back, you guys. So sorry for being a week late on this braces update. It has been crazy in this household. My boys are out for summer break, so that is why I'm a little late on getting this video out. It's been chaotic, it's been loud, it's been busy. So welcome summer, let's get started. I have now been in my braces 16 months on tops, 13 months on the bottoms. They're trying to get me to the 16 to 18 month mark. If you're new to my channel and just now coming across my braces update videos, I had the tops put on and then 12 weeks later I had the bottoms put on. It was due to a biting situation so that my top arch could get straightened out and then they could fit me for the bottom one so that my teeth fit underneath without damaging the brackets or anything. That is actually why I've got ceramic on top and metal down here on the bottom. Keeping this in mind, if you get braces and you go with ceramic, just to be more discreet about it, that is actually not why I chose ceramic. It's just what my dentist had offered because I'm an adult. Ceramic can break and fracture more easily, so even when taking them off and removing them, they have to be super careful versus taking the metal ones off because the metal ones are a little more durable. You guys, next week on Thursday, I'm going for my very last adjustment before I get my braces off. I thought that maybe I would have one more adjustment in July before I get my braces off on August 30th. August is going to be the last month I pay having braces, and I'm so curious to see how much I've already paid into these things because my insurance did not cover due to me being over the age of 21 and I'm not a student, so I had to pay out of pocket, but they did put me on a very affordable budget monthly, which is $198 a month, and that fits our budget pretty well. And we're on a flex spending account, so we have a card, so that is actually what I use to make my monthly payments with, and it's got me through the whole time being in ortho, except for when I first got them on. When we had actually got our income tax return, I used that money to do the down payment on my braces, which I think it was like $800, and then I also had some x-rays done before they put the braces on, and I think they actually waived the x-rays because I had already slapped the down payment. I can't remember, it's been so long ago now, but goodness, in February next year it'll be 2 years I've had braces on, but obviously I'm not going that long out, but it seems like it's been forever, and these last couple months are just stretching, it feels like, but I guess that's to be expected. I still got the tiny little gaps down here near the gum line around my premolars. That is why he put a power chain on the bottom at my last adjustment, but it's not really closing up those gaps very well. So I am going to mention that at my adjustment next week, and he'll probably go in and do the IPR, and I hope that gets the job done, because if not, when I come in to get them off August 30th, if I mention that I'm not happy and I still got gaps, then that's gonna prolong me and put me out being in braces a little bit longer until those gaps are closed, because let me just tell you, when you're paying out of your own pocket for braces, you want things to end perfectly. You don't want to be like, oh, it's just a gap, it's not really that noticeable unless I point it out. No, if I know it's there, it's gonna bug me, and once these braces are off, that is all she wrote. I will have to pay another down payment to get them put back on, and I'm not about to go through all that. So make sure when you go into ortho and you get ready to get out of ortho treatment, if you are not happy with something, please speak up, mention it to your orthodontist. I do it almost every visit because I just want things to be perfect when I get my braces off. I don't want to lag anywhere and be like, oh, there's something that needs to be corrected, and then have to go back into ortho treatment because, for one, it's costly and it's time consuming. Every now and then my bottom teeth right in here have been more sensitive than the tops. Every now and then I will notice whenever I'm eating or my teeth hit, there's a few teeth in this area right here that are a little more tender and sensitive than the rest, and that comes and goes. But since being in ortho and hearing from the assistants, I've been told that the bottom teeth are the most sensitive because they're thinner teeth, and like, I guess the way that they sit in the gum line, it's like the gravity versus like the top teeth are a little more sturdy and stronger, and the bottom teeth, literally when I went in and had my brackets repositioned, it felt like they were going to break my teeth out of my gum line because they were trying to scrape the glue off, and that was a pain in the butt because it was excruciating. I was just laying there, I started sweating. So yes, going into ortho, it is a great decision to make based on your health, and your overall confidence. It's not always going to be 100% pain-free. You are going to experience some sensitivity, some pressure, some discomfort. It just comes along with the package. So I don't know if I really explained this that well in my last update, but the angles that I got in this finishing wire, which is the biggest and the last wire that they put in before they remove your braces, I've got like these little angles around the premolars, and that is, if you can see, that is basically keeping the area from the angle to this angle and down here and here, and then in the back, keeping those teeth directly where he wants them to be, and lining all the like the arch right here, getting that perfect so that nothing is out of whack, your bite's not shifted any, which I went through that a few months ago, which most of you know that have been watching my updates for a while now. My bottom jawline, like the teeth line, they shifted to the left, and so my midline was not matching up with the top, so they put me in the elastics. I was wearing them in a triangle on this side, and then on this side from this canine all the way to the very bottom last molar. I was wearing it that way for I think like 1 or 2 months, and then my midline shifted and it got evened out, and now I'm just in elastics at night, which I've been wearing them a little more often than at night because I'm trying to make sure that my teeth are perfect, and the elastics I'm wearing at night is basically helping with any overbite, so that is correcting that issue. As you can see, my last adjustment I went with 2 different colors. I got teal, which looks great still, the color, and then I got screaming pink at the bottom, but you guys look at this. Do you see the color change towards the back? It looks absolutely awful. It has took such a dingy color that I will not ever go with screaming pink, and I just cannot recommend it because it gets gross looking, especially back here in the sides, and I guess it's because that's where a lot of your food kind of gathers and sits when you're eating. But like right in here, it's lightened up, but it's not turned like that orangey color. You guys see that? I would not recommend screaming pink. Teal 100% always. This is like the third or fourth time I think I've had teal somewhere within my braces. A quick recap: June 28th is my next and my last adjustment, as long as everything goes good when August gets here and I get them off, which that appointment will be August 30th, and that is going to be a 2-hour appointment, they said, because they're going to have to pop the brackets off and then scrape all the glue off the teeth, polish them, file any teeth that need to be filed, and then mold me for the retainers, which they're also going to put a permanent retainer in down here, so that's going to be a little time consuming there as well. And then I don't know if they're going to do x-rays or not. I have no idea if they do x-rays when you're finished with ortho treatment, but they did do the x-rays in the beginning before, so they may want to do them after and just do a comparison. If they do, I think that's going to be more out of my pocket, and it may be an option. I really don't know, but they may do it just to compare, and I think that'll be really nice to see. A few pointers that I want to point out if you're considering braces is some tips and some advice, and just basically what to expect when you're going into ortho treatment. Number 1, your toothbrush is going to wear down really fast, just because you're brushing over so much metal and stuff that your toothbrush, the bristles on it are going to get just really worn out. Food is obviously going to annoyingly get stuck in your teeth and your brackets. People are gonna look. Cavities are likely to happen with harder to reach areas when brushing because you've got all these appliances that are hiding your teeth to get to when you're brushing. So just make sure when you are taking care of your teeth that you're brushing very accordingly and taking your time while doing so. And I also want to mention, keep up with your regular dentist appointments with your cleanings. I can honestly say I feel pretty blessed that I only got 1 cavity since being in ortho treatment for 16 months. And that was on a bottom wisdom tooth, which I chose to not get pulled. Speaking of, expect the word extractions to be brought up. It was brought up a couple times. However, my orthodontist told me to go with what I feel is best for me because he didn't see a problem in me having them pulled because my teeth had room to straighten out. And the only issue I have is your wisdom teeth are harder to reach areas when brushing, which I get mine pretty good. I mean, considering I've had my wisdom teeth in since I was like 21 and now I'm 31 and I've only had one cavity on one of those teeth. So mine are pretty easy to brush and reach to. I just have to be careful to not get like any infections back there, because your gum line covers up most of your wisdom teeth, and if you get things like popcorn kernels or anything like that stuck in between the gum tissue and the tooth, if it sits there long enough, it will create bacteria, which can create an infection and swelling. It is very possible for your teeth to get stains. I got some stains on my teeth, not from whitening products, but just from where my teeth were crooked, and as they moved and they shifted and straightened out, the areas that were hard for me to brush, those areas accumulated stains, which is like in the areas in between the teeth. So I'll be getting those cleaned up once I get out of braces after I have my next dental checkup. You can get stains as well from using too much whitening products. I've not got any of those stains since being in ortho treatment, and I use Colgate Optic White toothpaste, and I was using Colgate Optic White mouthwash. And I did switch it up because I felt like I wasn't getting as good of a clean. I was getting more of the whitening process going, but not as good of a clean to prevent gingivitis, cavities, tartar, plaque, that kind of thing. Make sure you use appropriate toothpaste when taking care of your teeth and not just focusing solely on whitening products. Elastics do make your teeth really sensitive in the beginning, and when they pop, it hurts. You're gonna feel it. And actually, you guys, I've swallowed an elastic by accident. So flossing is definitely gonna be time consuming, but don't put it off, you guys. If you put it off, you're just gonna make the health of your teeth worse. Take the extra 15 minutes and floss your teeth every night. Push yourself, get that motivation, because you chose to go into ortho. So do what is best for your teeth and floss them. Without me flossing, my teeth would not be in the shape that they're in right now. They would be a lot worse. And I've actually prevented cavities from getting worse by starting to floss, because that's what got me in trouble, and that's why I had to have a root canal, because I chose to not floss. It was just an extra step I didn't want to take, and I ended up having to take an extra step and paying to get that issue fixed because I got lazy and I didn't want to floss. So please floss your teeth. It's just as important. Appliances, they can get broke off. I've already lost a bracket. I've bent a wire. So far in the 16 months I've been in ortho treatment, that's all that has happened. Other than that, things have been going pretty smooth, and I've been able to get in rather quickly to get those things fixed. Your teeth are going to become sensitive to hot and cold. My teeth are more sensitive now since being in braces than they were before. The profile of your face can change, especially if you end up having to have any extractions. It's hard for me to tell if I've had any change in the overall structure of my jawline or anything, but they do take, like I mentioned, they took pictures of me and they did do x-rays at the beginning of ortho treatment. So I'm assuming they're going to do it afterwards, and they'll do a comparison and I'll be able to see it for myself. But seeing myself every day in a mirror, I cannot tell a difference. Okay, so something really funny. Since I've been in braces, I have not been able to whistle. How many of you are in braces and can whistle, or how many of you are in braces and you cannot whistle? Comment down below. I'm curious to see. Am I the only one who can't whistle with braces? I have a bird, and he's a cockatiel. He was so used to hearing me whistle, and he would whistle back at me, and we haven't had that connection since I've been in braces because I can't whistle. Canker sores. Oh my goodness. I have never dealt with so many sores in my mouth until I got braces, just because these little hooks, they like to dig into your cheeks. And the wax, you guys, if they give you wax, stock up on it because you're gonna want it. I've seen people where they've had to have multiple areas on their braces waxed up because they've got so many cuts and gashes in their mouth from their braces. So stay stocked up on that wax. You're definitely going to be looking in the mirror more often at your teeth. I've even took some of my pictures, and I've started, like towards the end of your treatment, you're probably going to do this too like I have. I've photoshopped the braces off my teeth just to get an idea of what I look like without braces. In the beginning, I was always looking in the mirror at my braces. Like, I was just like in shock, like, wow, I actually did it. I got braces. I'm fixing my teeth. I'm gaining some confidence, you know? So, but since towards the end of my treatment, I haven't really been looking in the mirror as much at my braces, but I have definitely been photoshopping some pictures just to see what I look like without. Expect time in them. Expect the cost that goes into them. It is cosmetic, but it's also for your own health. you will have a retainer to wear. Wear it. I haven't got to that point yet, obviously, but when it gets to that point where August gets here and I get the braces off and I'm given a retainer, I'm going to wear it religiously because I'm not going to want to go back into these things. I'm going to want to hold on to the smile that the braces have created for me. It would have been a complete waste of time and money and these videos and updates for you guys if I did not do that. So I'm looking forward to sharing my experience even after I'm out of my braces, to show you guys any kind of tips or tricks I might come across with my retainers, or you know, just reminding yourself to wear it every night when you're supposed to. I think for like the first so many weeks you're supposed to wear it non-stop, and then once you do that, then you can kind of taper down and you only have to wear it at night. I'm definitely going to get a bottom one. Even though I'm getting a permanent retainer down here, I'm going to also get a bottom one to fit over it, just to have that backup in case the bottom one was to break or something on me, just because I want a plan B to have right there beside me. I do not want to have any mishaps or slip ups. I've actually got a lot of separation anxiety going on leading up to August because my teeth are my pride and joy, and I take seriousness when it comes to the overall health of my teeth. Expect those monthly adjustments. You're going to see that orthodontist once every 6 weeks at least. So some tips: keep extras on hand of everything. Keep extra wax, keep extra floss threaders, keep extra floss, keep extra everything, even a toothbrush or whatever it may be. Keep it in your backpack, keep it in your purse, keep it in your car, keep it in your office. Wherever you go, keep some extras on you because you will need them. These are the floss threaders that I get from my orthodontist. I don't ever buy them, so at your orthodontist, do not be afraid to ask for floss threaders, extra wax, the little pipe cleaners that you can get in between the brackets. Always ask for extras when you go for your adjustment, especially with the elastics too, because yeah, you might go through them or you might lose a bag. So always ask for extras and keep them on hand. But this is what the floss looks like, and I didn't really care for this floss at first, but now I'm starting to really enjoy it more that I'm using it. You're going to also find that you're going to have likes and dislikes of certain tools to use to clean your teeth with. Some things I like and some things I don't. Some things that I didn't like I start to like, so yeah. But anyways, this is the floss, and you can see it's really, really thin. But what I like to do, because it's so straight, and when you're getting back here to get this up there to floss in between those teeth, it is very difficult, and that is the most time consuming and dreadful area that I hate flossing. But once I started doing this, it helped a lot. So I took my floss and I just kind of bend it and I grab it with my nail and I just go like that. And you see what it just did? It made a nice little hook. So now whenever I go in, I can easily get up in between the brackets. I like to go in from the bottom or the top this way and then pull down, and then on the bottoms I like to go in like this, and it helps out a lot. So that is a tip that I want to share with you guys. Bend your floss threaders into a hook if you don't have one that's already at a hook. But for these gum ones, if they're really thin like that and you can do it because it helps tremendously. And when flossing my teeth, because I don't have any brackets on my wisdoms, I always pull 2 pieces of floss. The first piece I go in between all 4 wisdoms, both the tops and both the bottoms, and then I'll pull another piece and I will use that to hook onto my floss threader and go in between the teeth that are attached to the braces. That is it for this video. I'm so sorry for such a delay in it. I plan on filming when I get my braces off a little bit, if not some or most of the process, because I want to share that with you guys, and I think it would be fun to also look back on, because this is a journey that I decided to take along with you guys, and I want to share as much as possible and provide as much information and advice and tips and tricks that I can to you, so that if you're in ortho and you're just wanting an easier way to do something, maybe I can provide that. Or if you're considering ortho and you don't really know what you're getting yourself into, maybe I can help ease your mind. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. Please give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel and you're not subscribed, go ahead and click on that red subscribe button. All my links are going to be in description below this video. Sorry, you can hear my kids in the background. But yeah, there's gonna be some pictures at the end of this, so you guys can check it out. If you haven't clicked that little bell, go ahead and click that now. That will notify you every time I upload a video so you don't miss one. But if you've already clicked on it, don't click on it. You can actually go through your settings and you can see if you've already clicked on it. If you click on it again, you'll only get random notifications. Like, you won't get it every time I upload a video. So yeah, I feel like I'm out of breath now. Anyways, you guys, like I said, questions, comments, post them below. It was so good getting to get back on here again. So sorry for the delay in this video, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye, guys.